It's 7:12 on a Monday morning, and Monday's never too early to start planning out your weekend. Go ahead and spell that. So check this out. The Lincoln Theater in South Beach is going to be a rock and roll den this Saturday.
Yeah, music by The Doors, Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, to name a few. You like those?
All three of those. Big
you
fans.
approve?
Yep.
All right. Well, all of them will be performed by the New World Symphony Orchestra. They're giving a rock twist to their annual holiday event. Sounds awesome, but that is not the only special thing about this performance. Live from the SFL, Eugene Ramirez is in South Beach with more. So what's up, Eugene? Good morning.
Good morning, Kristen and Dave. Yeah, that is not the only special thing about this year's holiday performance. It's called Amped, and sure, they're going to be playing all these rock hits by Led Zeppelin and all these crazy rock bands, which is not what you typically hear from the New World Symphony. But the real special thing here is that they're really kicking off their last season in this historic building you see behind me. It's the Lincoln Theater, and this has been home to them for many, many years. And in just about a year or so, they're going to be moving to their brand new building, a Frank Gehry design building. Very, very important and a big move for the New World Symphony. And joining me now live out here is Craig Hall with the New World Symphony. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Eugene. Very well. How about you?
Great, thank you. Tell me a little bit about how long you guys have been in this building and why the move?
Sure. You know, we've been here since 1989, and the New World Symphony, when it was founded by Michael Tilson Thomas about 22 years ago, was made was an experimental organization. Something that was unique in that, and we're still unique to this day, in that we take fellows and we train them. It's sort of a middle ground between the conservatory where they're going and where they're from, and the professional orchestra where they're going. So, you know, we do a lot of experimental work here, long distance learning with Internet 2, a lot of really technical digital work that the Lincoln Theater just can't sustain anymore. You know, we've made this theater over many times. We've made offices out of bathrooms and closets, and now it's time for something new. But the new building by Frank Gehry will help us expand even more. You know, we'll be able to do a lot more experimentation, projections during concerts, and really sort of augment our program.
You know what I love about this is that the new building is just a block away.
Yes.
So it's been a big part of the community here in Miami Beach, and it'll continue to do that. Was that part of the plan to keep it in this area?
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, there's even efforts built into the design to engage the community even more. One of the designs by Frank Gehry, one of the signature feature designs, is a projection wall right on the front of the campus. So even if you're not inside experiencing the performance, you can see it on this large 7,000 square foot projection wall that will project out into the community in a public park. So you can be in this public park, you can see concerts, you can see films. So really, we're trying to embrace the community even more than we have here at the Lincoln Theater.
I love that. All right, that's going to be taking place in about a year when you move into that building.
About a year.
This upcoming season will be the last season in this building. Are you guys kind of feeling already nostalgic that you're still in the building?
We are. You know, it's that sort of mix between nostalgia and excitement to enter this new phase. And I think, you know, our patrons, the people who have followed us, are feeling the same. Everybody loves the Lincoln Theater, but there's a lot of excitement about the new building and what it can do, and just being in there will be a great thing.
All right, you guys are kicking that off starting this Saturday with Amped, big rock program over here, something different from what you guys typically do, from what you typically expect from an orchestra. Like I said, playing Led Zeppelin and other rock bands, stuff like that, right here at the Lincoln Theater. It's $50 for non-members of the Friends of the New World Symphony. If you're a member of the Friends of the New World Symphony, how much does that cost to join anyway?
They have all different membership levels, beginning at, I believe, $250.
Okay, and if you are a member, then it's free.
Absolutely free. Not only this event, but events all throughout the year. There's one a month at least, and it's all this type of event. Not necessarily at the Lincoln Theater, at some of South Florida's hottest nightclubs and things like that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Craig. Guys, stay with us. Later on, we're going to have some of those musicians performing for us right here live at the Lincoln Theater.
Hey, Eugene, you got Jeff very fired up by the mere mention of Led Zeppelin. So he wants me to ask you, for you to find out, do we know which Zeppelin songs that they'll be playing?
Yeah. That's what I need to know.
We'll find out. We'll find out for you.
Led Zeppelin soak into your skull. That's how we do it. 7:37 on a Monday, and it's never too early to start planning your weekend. Come on, you got to start thinking about this next weekend. And the Lincoln Theater in South Beach is the place to be this Saturday, when it will be transformed into a rock and roll den. The New World Symphony Orchestra is giving a rock twist to their annual holiday event by performing music by Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, and The Doors, among others. But that is not the only thing that is special about this performance. Live from the SFL, Eugene Ramirez is in South Beach to tell us more. What's going on, Eugene?
Hey, good morning, Dave. Yeah, lots of special things about the performance. Not only is it going to be turned here at the Lincoln Theater into a rock and roll den this weekend, it's actually very special and very important because this is the kickoff of the last season at this historic building right behind me. It's the Lincoln Theater, like I said, on Lincoln Road in South Beach, and the New World Symphony Orchestra has been here for almost 2 decades, but starting in early 2011, they're going to be moving to their brand new home just a block away from here. So Like I said, they're kicking off their very last season right here at the Lincoln Theater, and it all starts this Saturday with an amazing holiday concert, but you're not going to be hearing any jingle bells here. Maybe some Jingle Bell Rock, I don't know. It's a huge rock concert. Ben, the violist with the New World Symphony, joining me now. Good morning.
Morning.
Where are you from, and how'd you end up here?
I'm from Rockford, Illinois. I started studying when I was 3.5 or so on violin, but I switched to viola in college, ended up going to Juilliard for my master's, and right out of there got into here.
To the fellowship program. Now,
yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you're doing, because you don't typically play rock and roll music.
Not typically, no, although I used to sometimes. We're doing a mixture of different kinds of music, and it's really exciting. I've prepared a concerto today, but we're going to be rehearsing all this week for the concert on Friday.
Getting ready for that big day. All right, why don't you give us a little taste of what you do? And while you do that,
sure.
While you do that, I'm going to talk to Stacy in just a second, but why don't you get started and show us what you do here? Symphony are actually fellows that they got money to take the opportunity to come over here and study music and go on to do wonderful things. And Stacy with the New World Symphony joining me now. Tell me a little bit about some of these performers. Why do they come here to this program? Why is it so important?
Well, these performers are world class. It is such an honor to win a fellowship to play with the New World Symphony. 1,000 people apply and 37 get it per year, so it's harder to get into the New World Symphony than it is to get into Harvard.
Wow, and then, you know, Ben here is from Rockford, Illinois, but there's performers here that are from different countries, from all over the world.
Oh, there's so many languages spoken here at the New World Symphony. It's all different kinds of shapes and sizes and colors and languages, and it's a very international destination.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the rock and roll. That's another international language there. Everybody loves the rock and roll music. Why'd you guys pick a rock program for your annual holiday event?
Rock is hot, and I think so many times, you know, there's so much brilliance in the music of the classics, and, you know, we need to bring back the Doors and Led Zeppelin and all kinds of music that all generations are excited about. You know, these people have such a brilliant history. For example, Johnny Greenwood, who's an icon, you know, of Radiohead. He's an iconic rock musician. He's also classically trained, and he wrote a symphony that we are performing Saturday night called Popcorn Superhet Receiver. And so it bridges classical music with rock, and I think that's what our goal is to do, to create a bridge to make classical music more accessible and show what a viola can do. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I would not have thought of that. I would think electric guitars and big-time percussion. By the way, our weatherman Jeff, who's a big-time rock fan, was asking me what Led Zeppelin song will he be playing. You said it was a little bit of a surprise, a little medley.
Well, there's definitely a medley. I know Kashmir's in there, but...
Kashmir, Jeff, Kashmir.
But to see the entire medley, you're going to come out, you're going to come rock out with us Saturday night, and don't forget your rock and roll chic attire.
That's right. All right, thank you so much, Stacey, and of course, Ben. Guys, this event is called AMP. It's happening Saturday here at the Lincoln Theater, kicking off the last season ever for New World Symphony right here in the historic theater on South Beach. It's $50 if you're not a Friends of the New World Symphony member, but you know what? If you become a Friends of the New World Symphony member, it's absolutely free, and of course, that is your outreach program to get younger people involved, to get everybody involved with the New World Symphony. Correct?
Join us. There's hundreds of young people involved, and going to the symphony is, thank gosh,
it's rock and roll.
It's the hip and cool thing to do.
All right, thank you so much, Stacey. Dave, Kristen, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Eugene. Sounds great.